All right, we are back here from windy Saltcoats. It's SESBL action on Parkland Valley Sports. My name is Brady Lang. I'll be your broadcaster for this evening's events. We're just about to get underway, as you can see there. Managers conferring at home plate. We're about to get things underway. One of the big things I want to do today is thank everyone out here in Saltcoats for letting the PVSN to come out and do some broadcasting, some live broadcasting here in Saltcoats. Sorry, a little bit of feedback there. It's quiet here. The wind isn't howling for once, but we'll pause for a moment.
Lineup for today's action. Playing left field, batting eighth, number 2, William Barron. Center field, and leading off, number 13, Vinay Junik. Right field, batting fourth.
And
Number
do
12,
some
Brett Andres.
broadcasting, some live
Playing third.
broadcasting
Batting seventh,
here
number 7,
in
Jordan Beltrelli. Second base, and batting ninth, number 5, Chris Cole. First base, batting fifth, number 11, Colton Hewitt. Shortstop, and batting sixth, number 66, Landon Burkle. Catching and batting second, number 17, Jeff Stewart. And your starting pitcher, batting third, number 77, Matthew Spilchuk. As well, batting for tonight, the Lakers, Taylor Thompson. The Lakers would like to announce a special signing today. Our bat boy, number 25, Luke Sebastian.
All right. A few words there. We're getting close to the first pitch here. 4 minutes away on the clock. 6:26 we have right now. 6:30 first pitch here in Saltcoats. Before we get things underway, a quick look at the weather here in Saltcoats and throughout this game. Right now, it is 24 degrees, partly cloudy. It feels a little bit warmer, 1 degree warmer. 25, the low as we go through this one. Well, could be in the middle of the night, but it will be 16 degrees as we go through this evening. Like we said, there will be wind. It's been howling all day here in this region. The wind right now coming out of the south at 29, wind gusts to 51. There is a slight chance of rain. There is a slight chance of rain, 30% to be exact, but we aren't expecting anything. Skies are looking pretty clear here at the regional park in Saltcoats. As you can see on your screen there, we have changed things up a little bit here at the PVSN, especially when it comes to the broadcast angles, but also graphics. So as you can see there, we now have the top of the first. We have a pitch, or not a pitch count, but um, the batting count. Outs, Canora Supers there, large, a score, another score, and the Saltcoats Lakers on the other end of things. And now a quick look at the home lineups before we get things going. Vinay Junek, one person that's been on the PVSN once or twice, current Terrier. He will be leading off. Jeff Stewart, second. Matthew Spilchuk, third. Spilchuk will be on the mound, as you can see him there warming up. Brooke Andreas, he's fourth. Colton Hubick is fifth. Sixth, Brandon Burkle. Seventh, Broden Bill O'Crelly. Eighth, Liam Barron. Chris Cole at ninth. And 10th is Taylor Thompson. All right. Here we go. We are underway. That one is going to be a first pitch ball. Zoom in a little bit here. The pitch. That one is going to be for a called strike. 1-1 now. The pitch. That one going to be outside. Count now at 2-1. That one swung on and fouled back. Count will even back up. 2-2. That one is going to be a called strike. Looking. One gone.
Up to bat for the Zoomers, number 24, Cody Rock.
All right, the second batter faced of this evening. That one's going to be high. Wider look of this beautiful ballpark. That one is over to short. Taken, and he's going to be called safe.
Batting score number 22, Dylan Coffin.
All right. Everything's updated there. Still one gone. That one a big hack to kick things off, but a swing and a miss. He's going to second. Checks his swing. That one's going to be very high and outside. He'll reach base safely. Everything updated there on your screen. Runner on second. Threatening early. That one's tipped back but caught by the catcher. No harm done. 1-2. That one's not going to be perfect. Counts now even at 2-2. Checks that runner. Comes home with it. Just outside. Full count. This one is going to be the payoff pitch. There it is. That one inside. Almost got him swinging. He'll end up at first base.
The bat, number 20, Ian Quaidon.
Runners now on first and second. One gone. That one's going to be a first pitch ball. That runner will go foul back. He'll have to retreat. All those runners will retreat. 1-1 now the count. Top of the first here in Saltcoats. Still no score. That's how these two teams finished off their first game against one another. Early on, however, Canora, of course, threatening. Runner on first, runner on second. Just one gone. The pitch. That one swung on and knocked back. Good play there by the second baseman. An awkward catch. As a former second baseman, I can attest to that one. A lot harder than they look. Two gone.
Now number 15, Jordan Otter.
All right. All of a sudden, Saltcoats back in the driver's seat with a little bit of momentum. You're watching the PVSN. My name is Brady Lang. This is SESBL action. That one, a little bit of a rundown. Back and forth. And he's out. That'll end the inning.
After out first, score 0-0.
We will be right back here on the PVSN. It's 0-0, middle of the first in Saltcoats. My name is Brady Lang. Thank you for watching Parkland Valley Sports Network.
Vinay Judik.
Vinay Junik will step into the box to start things off here in the bottom of the first. He's the first batter as we get underway on the home side of things. Again, it's the Supers and the Saltcoats Lakers. It's 0-0. These two teams, the final two teams in the SESBL, who are undefeated. They ended up tying each other, so kind of cancels it out. But hopefully, we can see a win tonight by one of these two teams very quickly early on, quicker than I can move at least. It's at 1-1. That one's swung on. And it's going to find some room and some space. Junek is in with a single.
Up to bat, number 17, Jeff Stewart.
Jeff Stewart up next. All right, we are back underway. Runner on first. That one's going to come in for a first pitch strike. That's the second one. Quick one. Another one. 2 strikes. Super's not wasting any time on the mound right here. Junek with a nice lead. That one tipped down into the dirt. Count will stay the same. Still none gone. Apologies for a little bit of movement on our main camera tonight. It's windy here in Saltcoats, gusting to 51 currently. There it is. One is now gone.
Batting now, number 77, Matthew Spilchuk.
Spilchuk up now. He almost takes one. He'll take the first one in for a ball. 1-0. Runners going. Double clutches. And he is safe. That one will still be a strike, says the home plate umpire. Count now at 1-1. Junek moves over from first to second base. And we'll reset. 1-1 is the count. One gone, bottom of the first. That one's going to leave a mark, and that one will hurt. Takes it right to the back. Pitcher on pitcher there.
Batting now, number 12, Brooke Andre.
All of a sudden, we're in much of the same position as we saw ourselves in the top half of this inning. The Supers have 2 men on base, and they have 1 man threatening. We'll see what comes out of this one. Again, thank you to each and every single one of you for tuning in and watching the PVSN today. Great day for some senior baseball. That one's tipped back. Oh and 1 now. That one, another one taken for a strike. 0-2. Runners on first and second. 1 gone. That one ticked, and it'll go for strike 3. 2 gone.
Batting on for Saltcoats, number 11, Colton Gibbon.
All right. We're back underway. Runners on first and second, two gone. First pitch. Looked inside from where we are, but will be called a strike. That one swung on, put on the ground, over and easy. We are through one inning.
After 1 inning of play, score remains 0-0.
We're through one here in Saltcoats. It's 0 for both teams. My name is Brady Lang. Thank you for watching Parkland Valley Sports Network. And with that pitch, we are back underway here in Saltcoats. Wider look. Feels like we're in Yorkton. Trains passing through. That one is swung on and hit well. Into the gap. Rolling into second. And he'll stand up on second.
Up to bat, number 27, Riley Stewart.
That bunt is down. No trouble there. One gone.
Up to bat, number 19, Tyrell Thorpe.
That runner did advance there. That one swung on. Ends up right behind us. I was kind of waiting for it to hit the roof here so you guys could hear it at home. Best way to broadcast. All right, we're back underway. Still one gone. Still a runner on second. 0-1 now is the count. That one will make it 1-1. Top of 2 here. Canora up to bat. Still no score. The pitch. That one swung on. Hit on the ground. And it will end up just foul. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner on second. That one's going to be put into play. Will it come down? Find some grass? No, it won't. Caught for the second out of this inning.
Up to bat for Canora, number 26, Shea Peterson.
Shea Peterson up to bat now. 2 gone. Runner on second. Top of 2. That one, a little dribbler. Pitcher will take it. And we are through 1.5.
After 1.5, remains 0-0.
All right. That takes us to the middle of the second. It's 0 for Canora, 0 for Saltcoats. This is the Parkland Valley Sports Network. Thank you guys for all watching, and we'll be back in just a few moments. All right, we are back underway. It's the bottom of the second here in Saltcoats. The Lakers back up to bat. That one will be our first out of this inning. One gone.
Ronan Delagrelli.
That one is going to be taken for a first pitch ball. Getting everything back up and running here on the graphics end of things. Our first game with these new graphics. Something nice, something clear. Had a few messages yesterday as the Rider game kicked things off for the CFL season. Lots of comments about their score bug. I, for one, am more of a fan of our score bug than theirs, but here we are. It's senior baseball action, the SESBL. That one swung on, put into play, going to third, over to first. 2 is away now.
Thank you, Saltcoats, number 2, Liam Barry.
This one turning out to be a very, very quick first 2 outs. Bottom of the second here. Score bug now updated. The pitch. That one taken for a first pitch strike. That one. Another strike. That's inside. Says he did not. One and two. That one will end the inning.
After two, score remains tied, 0-0.
We will be right back on the Parkland Valley Sports Network with the third inning. My name's Brady Lang. Thanks for watching. Top of the third here in Saltcoats. Canora is up to bat. These two undefeated teams, the final two undefeated teams in the league, their second matchup against one another. Game one ended as it stands right now, 0-0. A tie. That one is swung on and hit. Oh, and that one's far and outside. Runner advances to second, and he'll hold up there. All right, score bug updated on your screen there. Man on second, none gone in the top of the third. First pitch, showing bunt, puts it down. He'll check the runner. One gone. One is now away here in the top of the third. We're nearing our first hour of this broadcast. Just about to hit 53 minutes on the clock, I can see. That one starting things out outside. Second pitch swinging. Called strike one. Man on second. Trying to be the first one to score. This now in technically the 10th inning of these two teams matching up. Not one has scored a run. And in a high-scoring league like this, that's impressive. Some teams putting up 20, 10, lots of double digits, that's for sure. That one is hacked and will be taken for strike 3. All right, 2 are now gone. A runner on second, top of the third. That one's going to start things out outside. 1-0. We do have more baseball this weekend. Lots of baseball this weekend. Tomorrow, a doubleheader beginning at noon with the Parkland Expos. They're going to be welcoming the East Central Red Sox for a pair. That one swung on, put to short, back to first. Nice play there by the first baseman to end this inning.
After 2.5, remains 0-0.
It is the middle of the third here in Saltcoats. Thank you for watching the Parkland Valley Sports. We'll be right back in just a couple minutes. The Sweet Escape playing as we start the bottom half of this third inning. That's going to be a first pitch strike. That one's taken for a second pitch ball. 1-1 now. That will be the first out of this inning.
So it's number 70, Taylor Thompson.
That one fouled back. Taken for a second strike. And there we have it. 2 gone now in this half inning.
Saltcoats, number 13, Benay Junik.
Junik will come up to flip over the batting order. Still 0-0. 2 gone now. That one he did go 0-1. Swung on and dribbled back. For all the runs these two teams have put up early on this season, it is pretty impressive that these two teams are so evenly matched. They haven't let a run in on either end of things. This is the second game they've played against one another this early season. One is wide and outside. That's going to be put in play. A nice play at second. There it is. End of the inning.
Out to 3. 0-0.
All right, we're at the end of the third inning. It is still 0-0. We'll be right back on the Parkland Valley Sports Network for inning number 4.
Playing for Canora. Number 22, Dylan Coffin.
All right, welcome back to Saltcoats, Saskatchewan. It is the top of the 4th. We want to thank our 4th inning sponsor for tonight's action. That is Community Insurance out of Canora. For all your insurance and real estate needs, give them a call today, 306-563-5651. That one's popped up. Whew. Few people looking a little worried in the beer gardens as that one hit the ground. Thank you again to Community Insurance Inc. for sponsoring this 4th inning tonight. If you are interested in sponsoring any of our PVSN broadcasts, 25% of all of our broadcast revenues go directly back to the teams you are watching on your screen right now or whoever we are broadcasting that night. So everybody wins. That one, a dribbler back to the pitcher, over to first. One is now gone.
Playing for number 20, Ian Quazons.
All right. Top of the fourth. One is now gone. That one a sweeping curve that'll be taken for a first pitch strike. Second one fouled way back. 0-2 now. Make sure to follow us on social media where you can. I'll be on there with the wrap up following today's game. A few highlights, little explainer of what happened here in Saltcoats today. That one will be the second out of the inning.
Jordan Auger.
No runners have made it onto the base pass this inning. Top of the fourth, 2 gone now. That one is going to be outside. Thank you again to our inning sponsor, Community Insurance out of Canora. That one swung on. Looks to be heading foul. Ooh. Could have been a catch if he had his glove out. Unfortunately, that's not the case. Still 2 gone. Thank you to each and every one of you for tuning in to today's stream. My name is Brady Lang, and this is the Parkland Valley Sports Network. We'll be back in action again tomorrow beginning at noon with more Expos action. Games 6 and 7 of our broadcast schedule with them. There's the pitch. That one, a big cut, tipped, says the umpire. 0-2. There it is. Strike 3. Top of the inning now over.
Down to 3.5. 0-0.
In the middle of the third inning here in Saltcoats, still scoreless. We'll be right back with the bottom of the fourth inning. My name is Brady Lang. You are watching the Parkland Valley Sports Network, and our graphic is now corrected on our screen. Thanks again for watching. All right. We are back for the bottom of the fourth. Count right now 0-2. Thank you for watching the PVSN. My name, Brady Lang. Thank you for joining along for some more SESBL action. That one was a couple questions back and forth if it hit him or not. He looks like he's showing the mark. This is journalism right here, people. Looks like we will reset. 1-2 the count now. Still none gone. Our inning sponsor here in the fourth inning, Community Insurance out of Canora. That one swung on and it will be put into play. The result, he still ends up at first, whether he gets hit or not. Now we have runners. First time in a few innings. All right. Everything updated for you at home. That's a first pitch strike. Again, thank you to Community Insurance Inc. out of Canora for sponsoring this inning of action with the SESBL. For all your insurance and real estate needs, call Community Insurance today at 306-563-5651. That one unable to be squeezed by the catcher. A chance at second. Ooh, a good throw, but looks safe on that one. The umpire has made a call. Will be safe. Moving from first to second. That one will go down for strike three.
Brooke Andre.
Brooke Andre is up to the plate now. That one goes in the dirt. There's a runner on second, as you can see there on your screen and on the graphic on the bottom. Again, big shout out to our inning sponsor, Community Insurance out of Canora. 1-1. Thank you for joining us wherever you may be watching today. That one, a big swing and an even bigger miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 gone. Runner on second. Saltcoats up to bat now. They're trying to get something, anything on the board here. That one's going to be put foul. This ball game moving very, very quickly. Early on this season, we've had experienced a few very long expos games, a few going into extra innings. Back in my day, we started extra innings without people on the base paths, making things a little bit longer, but less ties, that's for sure. 2 is now away.
411, Colton Hubick.
Two are now gone. It is the bottom of the fourth here in Saltcoats. The Supers and the Lakers from the lake town itself. The pitch, that one swung on. Tip back. The game inside the game that was feet away from hitting a Jeep. Not my Jeep, which is a good thing. That one a called strike. 0-2. There it is, the end of the fourth inning. Thank you to our inning sponsor, Community Insurance out of Canora. You've been watching the PVSN. We'll be back in just a few moments. Riley Stewart is going to kick things off for us here in the top of the fifth. You're watching Parkland Valley Sports. My name is Brady Lang. Thanks for joining us in the big town of Saltcoats. That one, a first pitch. Base hit. A runner is now aboard early on here in the top of the fifth inning.
Number 19, Tyrell Horp.
Again, as this game goes by very, very quickly, let me remind you, we will be doing 5 to 6 hours of streaming tomorrow as well. Everything gets underway at noon from Jubilee in Yorkton. It's the Expos taking on the East Central Red Sox. That one is going to be taken for a strike. First one put on the board in this half inning. Canora coming into the game as the top-ranked team in the league. Saltcoats a close second. Neither team losing so far this season. There's the pitch. That one, a soft swing there. 0-2. Going back to first, back there easily. Thank you again for watching live baseball on the PVSN. Again, wherever you're watching, thank you for joining in. If you do feel so inclined, you can also comment. Drop a comment where you're watching here from, and we'll see just how far the stream has gone. That one's going to be outside. In this little segment we've done since the beginning, this is now our 16th game with the PVSN. We've had a lot of people watching from a lot of places, that's for sure. Gets away from the catcher there. It's wild. The runner will advance to second base. Count now 2-2. The wind has died down as this game has continued. It was getting so windy we had cameras blowing away. Not the same now. That one's going to be a base hit right up the gut, and it might score one. There's going to be, nearly a play at the plate, but runners will stop on third. Runners now on first and second. No one gone.
Up to bat number 26, Shea Peterson.
Will we get our first run today? There's a good chance of it. Top of the fifth here. None gone. There's the pitch. Taken. That one was a juicy one. Left it right there. Count now at 0-1. Runners on the corners. None gone. Great facilities out here in Saltcoats to come and watch a game. There have been a few renovations here at this place, at least since the last time I was here. Lots more dirt as it comes to, the infield, a little bit of everything. That one swung on and tipped away. 1-2. Runners now on second and on third. The pitch. Swung on and put into play. A dribbler. Ooh! Tumbles on his way to first over to 1-1 is now away.
Up for the Supers, number 4, Brendan Babichuk.
The Lakers get one back in that at bat. One is now gone, but the runners are still on second and on third. That one, another juicy one straight down the pipe for a first pitch strike. Tipped back. Into camping lot behind us. We're here at the regional campground. 0-2 is the count now. And there it is, strike 3. 2 is now gone.
Up to bat, number 18,
What a jam this would be to get out of for the Lakers. Tip back. We started things out this inning. Not the greatest for the hometown Lakers. Runners on first and on third. There were none gone, but things have definitely changed. That one's tipped back. 0-2. Here we go. The pitch swung on. There it is. Strike 3.
Four, 0-0.
It is the middle of the 5th inning. There on your screen, it's 0 for the Canora Supers. It's 0 for the Saltcoats Lakers. My name is Brady Lang, and you are watching the Parkland Valley Sports Network. All right, we are on to the bottom of the 5th here in Saltcoats, Saskatchewan. Very quickly, 2 strikes. And there it is. 1 is now gone.
Up to bat, number 7, Ronan Milligrelli.
Yeah. 1 gone in the top of or bottom of the 5th here. This one, like we've said, going quick. There's the pitch. That one swung on and fouled back into the campground. 0-1. is a ball. 1-1 now. Bottom 5 here, things moving very quickly. That one coming right back up the pipe. We'll go in a little bit closer. That one, a sweeping curve. You could see it coming right down the pipe. 2 gone.
Batting number 2, Liam Barron.
That one's going to go foul. Oh, and 1, 2 gone here in the bottom of the 5th inning. This one's looking a lot like that first matchup between these two teams. Bottom of the 5th, still no runs on either side. That one a very pretty pitch for a second strike. 0-2, 2 gone, no runners. There it is. We are through 5 innings.
After 5, 0-0.
All right, there it is. End of 5. Still no score. You're watching the Parkland Valley Sports Network. All right, we are back underway here in the top of the 6th. Starting things off with a first pitch strike, a bunt that was fouled back. Did a little adjustment on your cameras as we were starting to lose a little bit of daylight. That one bunted, but caught for a fly out from the pitcher.
Corner 24, Cody Rock.
This game was the perfect game to kick things off with our new graphics system, moving very, very quickly throughout. Not gonna lie, not many balls. That one slapped back by the shortstop. The second baseman can't take it. A runner is now aboard.
22, Dylan Oppen.
Runner is now on first, one gone in the top of the sixth. That one is a first pitch ball. Back to first, in there easily. That one taken for a strike. That one will go for the second out of this inning.
Now, Canora number 20, Ian Waywoodhouse.
All right. There's the pitch. That one taken for a strike. He did not like that, but it did, to be fair, look a little inside. Two gone. Runner on second. Swung on and hit well. Deep, and we'll go foul. We'll apologize. We have a camera that is down, frozen right now, so we'll be in close. We'll get that fixed in the middle of the sixth. Top of the sixth now, two gone. Runner on second. That one is going to go all the way through. Runner advances to third. All right. Figured it out. Getting these bugs all figured out as we get through this first game of senior baseball league action. Top of the sixth, two gone. Runner on third right now. There's the pitch. That one's put into play. Over to first. There it is. Middle of the sixth.
Yes, you guessed it. 0-0.
All right, middle of the sixth, still no score. We'll be right back. Thanks for watching the PVSN.
The bat for Saltcoats Lakers, number 5, Chris Cole.
Chris Cole up to bat for the Lakers. It's the bottom of the 6th. Still no score here in Saltcoats. That will be a first pitch strike. And even things up with a ball. That one swung on and tipped back. Be strike 2. Ooh, waves at that third pitch. We have one away.
Up the bat, number 70, Taylor Thompson.
Taylor Thompson now up to bat. There's one away now in the bottom of the 6th. No runners aboard. That one fouled back, taken for a first pitch strike. Evening things up at 1. Kick back, 1 and 2. That one swung on, nearly making its way to the beer gardens. Really hope all of you are able to join us tomorrow when we head to Jubilee for a doubleheader. East Central Red Sox and the Parkland Expos. That one falls foul. Our 6th and 7th games. Broadcast at least for the Expos, that is. That one swung on and fouled back. This game, our 3rd overall senior game. The first 2 games, the first one was Balcarres and Round Lake, located in Fort Capel, a provincial playoff game there, and then a playoff game for the Bronx. There it is. Strike 3.
Up the bat for Saltcoats Lakers, number 13, Benay Judik.
Junek making his way into the box. That one swung on and hit foul. Junek, of course, another one of the multi-sport athletes we've showcased on the PVSN. Broadcasted one of his games live in Canora. That one swung on, and it will bloop in there for a base hit. The Lakers have one aboard.
Now for Saltcoats, number 17, Jeffrey Stewart.
Two away. Saltcoats trying to get anything on the board here. That one, he did go 0-1. 0-2. 0-2, 2 away. Bottom of the 6th here. Runner nestled on first. He'll go. There's the hit. He'll take it to first. That will end the 6th inning.
After 6, score remains 0-0.
We are entering the 7th the same way we entered this game, scoreless. We'll be right back on the Parkland Valley Sports Network. My name is Brady Lang.
The bat up the bat for the Supras, 15 Jordan.
All right. We're back live here in Saltcoats. Still scoreless, top of the 7th. Canora with their last chance to get a couple runs. We're starting to run out of daylight here in Saltcoats. Starting things off with a strike. That one, another strike. Top of the 7th, none gone. That one, a big swing and a big miss. Out one.
Now batting for the Canora, number 27, Riley Stewart.
Riley Stewart now in. Still no one on base. That one tipped back. Phew. That one was nearing my Jeep, but thankfully it missed. 0-1 now is the count. Like we always talk about at the PVSN, it's the game within the game we're bringing you. That one will be outside, evening things up at 1-1. Pitcher steps off. Of course, make sure to get onto our social medias after this game. We will pick the top performer. We will have a wrap up right here from Saltcoats. 1-2, the count now. The wrap up tonight might be more words than there are highlights, but that's the way it goes here with baseball. The pitch, that one right up the gut. Good defensive effort there on the mound. 2 are now away.
Number 19, Tyrell Hooper.
And I'm not going to lie to you viewers out here. The first time I played, or the last time I played baseball, was on this field in Saltcoats on Canada Day in 2015. And a very similar play to that happened where I took a comebacker, slow pitch. Things got interesting. We ended up at the Yorkton Hospital for a while, but I'm still living. We're still kicking. Top of the 7th. 1 gone. Or 2 gone, that is. Count at 0-1. Not gonna lie, had a couple thoughts of that Canada Day tournament as I drove up to broadcast this game today. Like we were talking earlier, this place in great shape, lots of changes happening around. Great for minor baseball in this community and the surrounding communities. That ball goes outside. That one's put on the ground to third. Ooh, sails high and wide. The runner will try for second. No throw. He'll get there. Canora has a man aboard and he's in scoring position.
Batting now, number 26, Shane Peterson.
All right, everything updated there. 2 gone. Top of the 7th here in Saltcoats. These are the 2 best teams statistically in this league, and they're playing like it tonight. That one hit high into the air. Falls foul. That one is inside. 1-1. 1-1, 2 gone. Runner on second. That one ends up a strike. 1-2. Pitcher steps off, takes a moment. That an audible grunt off the mound. The grunt didn't do much. Missed, and it's 2-2. That one tipped foul off his foot. We'll reset. Again, welcome to Saltcoats, the lake town, one of the prettiest towns in this area. Population 474. There it is. Middle of the 7th.
Number 6.5, remain 0-0.
We will be back for the bottom of the 7th in just a few moments. My name is Brady Lang, and thank you for watching the Parkland Valley Sports Network.
Oakland Lakers, number 77, Matthew Spilchuk.
All right, we are back here in the bottom of the 7th. This is it. This is all. We're not going to go past 7 tonight. If there isn't any scoring done by Saltcoats this inning, that one was really close to my Jeep. I got a few looks in here. Not good. Uh, mental note, we're going to park farther away next time. That one will be taken for strike 2. He did go, says home plate umpire. One is now gone.
Oakland Lakers, number 12, Brooke Andres.
Brooke Andre is up to the dish now. No one on base. We are running out of outs here in Saltcoats. That a first pitch strike. That one, a second pitch ticked strike, caught by the umpire. That one tipped back. Nothing will change there. The last 2 outs for Saltcoats, and if these 2 teams aren't able to get anything on the board, boy, is that an interesting first couple games. Be 14 innings with no scoring. That one, the catcher unable to come up with it. Will he make it to first? He's safe.
For Lakers, number 11, Colton Cubic.
Who said we don't have highlights in this one? We are pausing for a second as the catcher collects himself, we'll say. Anyone watching that Rider game last night, A.J. Allen, something very similar happened to him. That just happened to the catcher. There is a runner on first base. Bottom of the 7th. There is one gone. That one will be outside for a first pitch ball. Ooh, tied him up there, 1-1. That one will get away from the catcher. I'd like to say easily made it to second, but he's there. Runner on second base now. 2-1 is the count. Two and two. That one's put in play, and it's over the head. Could this be it? And he stops at third. Oh, a good insurance play by the pitcher. Runners on first and on third.
Saltcoats number 66, Landon Merkel.
All right. Here we go. All right. One away. Runners on first and third for Saltcoats. A wonderful opportunity to end this one in one swing. A ball into the outfield. Ooh, that one a tough one to take. 0-2. There it is, strike three. We have two away here in the final inning.
Up to that, number 7, Roman Billicrelli.
Milo Crelly up to the dish now. I've said that before this season. That one will be taken for a first pitch strike. Runners on first and on third. Oh, and he takes it. That is one that will make your coach, your manager, smile.
Up to bat, number 2.
Sometimes in the game of baseball, you just need to eat one. Here we go. It's what dreams are made of, ladies and gentlemen. The bases are loaded. We are in the bottom of the 7th here in Saltcoats. There are two away, a batter at the dish, a first pitch strike. This one will, in fact, be the game. Swung on. Back to first. There it is. We will end in a scoreless draw. What an effort by Saltcoats late in this one, but it wasn't enough. 14 innings put together by these two teams, and there have been no runs whatsoever. My name is Brady Lang. We are going to take a very, very quick break, and we'll be back with a abbreviated post game. We'll show you all the runs that were scored today. Get it? We'll be right back. All right, we are back. This one is a score you'll remember. 0-0 from Saltcoats. A quick look at the SESBL standings before we wrap things up. The Supers 4-0-1. That is incorrect. I apologize for that one. Saltcoats 2-0-3. More ties than wins. Very interesting. The Pirates 3-2. Grandview 1-3-1. And the Yorkton Tigers in the basement at 0-5. Thank you again to each and every single one of you for tuning in to the PVSN broadcast today. It was the kickoff for our senior baseball coverage on the network. Canora and Saltcoats ending in a scoreless draw. My name is Brady Lang. Thank you again for watching Parkland Valley Sports. We will be back tomorrow afternoon, just a little bit before noon, as we get things going with the Parkland Expos. If there are any issues when it comes to the weather, make sure to take a look at our social media. My name is Brady Lang. Thank you for watching the Parkland Valley Sports Network.